That was a fast 30 seconds.
Welcome back to the channel. This week I'm doing the Substance Project's Eager Beaver 30km half marathon XC race. It's at the Mansfield Outdoor Centre. I really love the mass starts of XC races. Everybody feeling each other out, setting the pace, finding their groove. Try not to go too hard right out of the gate, but this is easier said than done. I know myself, I tend to push myself a little too hard on these starts. The race started with a bit of a grind up some double track, before jumping into the flowy single track here at Mansfield. So as we jump into the single track here, I'm just trying to keep pace with the other riders ahead of me, just feeling it out. These trails are so fast and flowy, but at race pace, it's way tougher than it seems. Just following this guy in the orange shirt, he's setting a pretty good pace, and I'm just trying to keep close to him. After following him for a few kilometers, I guess he got sick of me following right behind him and offered for me to pass him. I actually didn't mind following him. I didn't feel like he was holding me up at all. But now I'm ahead of him and I have to go even faster so I don't get passed by him. Nothing more embarrassing than passing someone and then getting passed by them shortly afterwards. I've done that my fair share of times this season. Settling into the groove for a little bit here, I've caught up with a group of riders and just following their pace for now. If you like this sort of content, please make sure to support the channel by liking and subscribing. It really helps. Heading up this steep section and it's like an accordion. Once someone messes up, everyone behind them does.
Shit.
We all have to dismount and run up the hill. Not ideal, but it's just part of racing.
Ash, you want to get a chance?
Following this guy for a while, I don't usually like to initiate a pass, but I kind of felt like he was holding me up a bit. I get past him and now again I gotta go fast to stay ahead of him. Just trying to keep the riders ahead of me in my sights for as long as I can. I know coming up around this corner is the tricky uphill wood plank I discovered yesterday during practice. I didn't ride it yesterday, but I don't want to get off my bike, so I'm determined to just ride over it. So here goes. Success. This guy lets me pass him on the uphill. Now I really have to dig to stay ahead while climbing. Yikes. Just keep pedaling, just keep pedaling. That's all that's going through my mind right now. Some relief and I get to cruise a bit, trying to get my heart rate down just a little bit. Almost ate it here in this sandy bit. It was super sketchy. I'm starting to feel the effects of the hard start and I get passed by a few riders.
You guys want to go by? Right side up here? All right, go ahead. Sorry. Sorry.
No, that's okay. Thank you. I'll find the next one.
Super fun descent here, one of the funnest sections of the course. You can just fly down here, with a little bit of a drop at the end.
Whew, that's fun. That's a fun. That was fun. Yeah.
Of course, what goes down must go back up. So here we are climbing again. Lots of flow on this course with a little rooty chunk like this section for added spice. This bike handles it easily.
All right, we're halfway through.
So I'm about 15 kilometers or halfway into the race now, slowing down a bit and finding myself all alone on the course. Just have to keep on moving forward and keep digging.
Just chill over here.
Just for reference, I'm following the black arrows on yellow background for the race course. I forgot to start the navigation on my bike computer. Well, I shouldn't say I forgot. I thought I did, but I'm still learning this new computer and obviously didn't do something right. This will come back to bite me in the ass later on. I do have to figure out a better way to record these long rides. I don't like not recording everything just in case, but I also don't like having to stop and change batteries. maybe some sort of external battery pack or something. I do stop recording a few times during the race just to try and conserve battery. Coming up to this unique trailhead on the left, it's called Jurassic Park, and it has a bunch of dinosaur figures on this fallen tree to the left. This will play a part later on in the video. Got passed by this guy ahead of me and just trying to keep him in sight. But I'm running out of gas and just trying to get this race finished. We're about 20 kilometers in at this point, only 10 more to go. This is a really fun section of the trail. I remember from practice yesterday that this was kind of towards the end of the course, so I'm starting to smell the finish line. I'm at about 25 kilometers into the race. I'm showing most of the fast and flowy sections of the course, but trust me, there was a lot of climbing and flat sections just like this. But who really wants to watch much of that? Like I said earlier, I was trying to conserve battery on the GoPro, so I shut it off at some point. I do remember coming to a section of the course at around the 27 kilometer mark and not being 100% sure which way to go. So I'm about 29 kilometers into the 30 kilometer race. I think I'm just about finished. I can smell the finish line. As I come around this corner, I notice this section of the trail looks familiar. I've somehow backtracked on the course.
I've already been here before. God damn it. Totally off track.
So again, I'm supposed to be 1 kilometer from the finish. To say I was frustrated was an understatement. Not sure what to do at this point, but realized that just keep riding isn't the best option. I stopped, quickly realized that the navigation on my computer wasn't started, and I can't start it without stopping it. This whole time, the minutes are adding up as I try to figure out what I did and how to get back on course.
Shit.
Again, it's hard to let you know how frustrated I was. I was so close to the end, and then for this to happen, and then totally lost and not sure how to get back on course. I end up loading the race GPX file on my phone and try to navigate out of this mess. My nose is running, I'm super frustrated, I just want this to end. I'm just riding around somewhat aimlessly, trying to figure out where I am on the course, wasting so much time.
Where the fuck am I?
I know I wasn't in the running for a top spot, but I thought I was kind of doing all right before all this happened. This guy doing the 2 laps goes by the other way wondering what the heck I'm doing.
Totally lost. Totally screwed up. I don't know. That's going to totally screw up my finish. Not that I was really in the running, but man, wasted so much time. I don't know what I was doing.
So I finally make it back on course. Zooming into the bike computer, looks like I only wasted about 10 minutes trying to find my way back on course, but it felt like way longer at the time. It's kind of hard to say for sure, but if I didn't lose that 10 minutes, it would have improved my finish by at least 6 or 7 spots, and I could have possibly finished in the top 10 for the 50 plus category. It was so frustrating coming to the finish line. I know this is all for fun, and I'm just racing against myself, but you can't help but want to finish in the best spot you can. And to cap it all off, the battery dies right before I cross the finish line. Go figure. Finished the race here, the Eager Beaver 30K half marathon. If you see on the video there, I got totally lost. I was kind of going along and I was like, wait a minute, I've been here before. How did I manage to somehow end up in the same spot twice? So I had to load up for some reason, the navigation on my bike computer. I forgot to hit start on that, and then tried to load it up on my phone, figure out where I was and how I could get back on track, and wasted a ton of time figuring that out, and that did not help my finish. I mean, I wasn't going to finish amazing either way, but I ended up finishing like almost last. I think 16th out of 18 riders, and it was a challenging day, especially after doing full practice yesterday. I was gassed about halfway through, but finished it. Anyways, hope you liked the video, hope it's entertaining. You definitely need to check out these trails here at Mansfield. Super fast and flowy. It's a lot tougher today than practice yesterday. I guess race pace does make a big difference, and plus being gassed from practice. Anyways, I think I've already said that. Anyways, hope you liked the video. Till next time, keep your feet on the pedals.